Welcome to 5 Words Later. Learn English daily. I'm Alex.
And I'm Maya. If you're learning English at an intermediate level and want to sound more natural, you're in the right place.
In each episode, we introduce 5 real-life English phrases and use them inside one realistic, meaningful story.
This is not about memorizing. It's about feeling how language works in real conversations.
And remember, progress happens through routines. Listening a little every day can really build your confidence.
Today's story is about summer plans, but also about something more, when two friends begin to see things from each other's perspective. Today's 5 phrases are:
Lean toward something.
talk someone into something,
Change of scenery.
soak up the sun,
Play it safe.
listen closely. All 5 phrases are used naturally in the story.
This spot is perfect. The sun, the trees, that breeze. Remind me why we don't do this more often.
Probably because we forget how good simple things feel. Also, we're terrible at making weekend plans.
True, but this time, we're planning something bigger. We're making a summer plan.
Are we? I thought we were debating one.
Maybe. But today, we're deciding. That was the rule. No more maybe next week replies.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's do this.
Great. So, Europe, right?
Not sure. I've been leaning towards something different.
Oh no, here we go again.
Hear me out. I've been reading about Vietnam, Laos, even Bali. The culture, the nature, the adventure.
And the humidity. And the food poisoning. Don't forget those.
That's not fair. It's not like people get sick every time they visit.
I know. I'm just nervous. I like knowing what I'm walking into. Europe feels familiar, comfortable.
Exactly. Too comfortable. That's why I want a change of scenery, something unexpected.
Okay, let's back up. What would your dream trip look like?
I'd fly into Hanoi, try street food, visit temples, then head south along the coast, maybe even cross into Cambodia.
Sounds intense.
Intense, yes, but also colorful, new, like every day has its own flavor.
It's tempting, but I imagine something different.
Let me guess. Pasta, beaches, wine, Italy.
And France. And maybe a few days in Lisbon. Warm sunsets, outdoor cafes, morning croissants. You know, peaceful.
I get it, it does sound nice,
Thank you.
but also expected.
Not if you do it right. There's this village I read about in Provence. It's surrounded by lavender fields. They bloom in July. Can you imagine the pictures?
Okay, you win that round.
Look, I'm not saying Southeast Asia isn't cool. It's just that summer is short. I want to soak up the sun, not spend 12 hours sweating in a train station.
What if I told you we could soak up the sun on a beach in Thailand for half the cost of a night in Barcelona?
Now you're playing dirty.
I'm just saying, it's not only about comfort, it's about value.
Fair, but Europe has gelato, and trains, and art.
I know, and I love all of that too.
So maybe you're not as wild as you think.
Or maybe you're not as cautious as you pretend.
Okay, philosopher, here's a question. What would make this summer unforgettable for you?
Getting lost in a night market in a city I've never heard of.
For me, renting a scooter, finding a beach, and staying there all day, with a good book and you by my side.
That sounds surprisingly ideal.
So maybe we're not so different.
Maybe not.
I just worry that if we go full adventure mode, I'll miss the chance to truly relax.
And I worry if we play it safe, we'll miss something amazing.
Ugh, why is choosing so hard?
Because both options are great, just in different ways.
You know what? Let's mix it.
Huh?
We fly into Barcelona, spend a week in Spain and France. Food, beaches, sunshine. Then we fly to Thailand. A second half, noodles, temples, scooters.
2 continents, 1 summer.
Why not? Flights from Europe to Asia aren't crazy expensive.
This is true. I saw some for under 300 euros.
Exactly. And we could stay in simple places. Focus on moments, not luxury.
You really are good at talking me into things.
I know. It's my gift.
Then let's do it. Barcelona to Bangkok, sandals to street noodles.
You're on.
But promise me we'll try that lavender village too.
Only if you promise to eat a cricket in Thailand.
Deal.
And maybe we can add a little romance to this itinerary?
You mean between us?
You think I invited you to the park just to discuss hotels?
I was kind of hoping.
Well then, let's start with a kiss and go from there.
Best travel plan ever.
Let's go over today's phrases and see how they were used.
Phrase 1. Lean toward something. This means to have a preference or tendency toward one option. Example: I was choosing between two cities, but I leaned toward Rome because of the food.
Phrase 2. Talk someone into something. That means to convince someone to do something. Example: I didn't want to take the boat tour, but my friend talked me into it.
Phrase 3. Change of scenery. That's when you go somewhere new to refresh your mind. Example: after working from home for months, I needed a change of scenery.
Phrase 4. Soak up the sun. This means to enjoy being outside in warm weather, usually to relax. Example: they spent the weekend at the beach, soaking up the sun.
Phrase 5. Play it safe. This means to choose something less risky or more comfortable. Example: instead of hiking the mountain, she played it safe and stayed by the lake.
Let's recap the 5 phrases.
Lean toward something.
Talk someone into something.
Change of scenery.
Soak up the sun.
Play it safe. Say them out loud. Use them in your next conversation.
Or tell us your dream summer trip using one of these phrases. And remember, practice every day. That's how your English becomes your second language.